Hey, what's up guys? Jordan Anderson here from Valley Films, and on this episode I want to talk about being a part of the filmmaking community. Filmmaking is a completely collaborative process. Maybe one guy has an idea about a film or a movie they want to make, but one man cannot do it alone. You can get the project as far as you can on your own, but eventually you're going to need someone else to kind of give you that support. Let's get a little bit confessional, whatever. I'll be vulnerable for this episode. Okay, so Valley Films, I had a co-founder, and we started in November of 2013. We went to about November of 2014. He didn't see himself going any further with the company. I did, so he dropped out. Several months later, I picked up two more partners who we helped make The Sunshine Girl. And then that sort of went, I guess wayward would be the word. So now they're no longer part of Valley Films. So it has now just been me. I brought on Hannah a couple months ago to help out with the vlogs, and she's been the producer for Codec. She's done a great job. But for the majority of the work, it's just been me. I've made the videos, edited the videos, website, social media, and I don't mean to say that as sort of a bragging tone or like, look what I did, look, it's all been me. I'm not trying to say that at all. There is power in having a supportive team. Being a solopreneur, especially in a professional service like this of filmmaking and video production where you need a cameraman, a sound guy, a producer, a writer, editor, you need various roles. It's been, I wouldn't say for me it's been overwhelming, but looking at it long term, I could have really benefited more from having a larger team or having the idea like two heads are better than one. That's the kind of message I want to relay to you guys, that how important it is to have a team with you on your sort of filmmaking team, on your filmmaking crew. Harrisonburg, whoa, just got really dark outside. Okay. So in Harrisonburg, there is JMU, and they have a SMAD production, so they have Media Arts and Design, that sort of community, and then they have Eastern Mennonite University, and that's sort of, I think they have a visual arts program somewhere in there. But other than that, there are a few video production companies scattered across town, some in, like an hour away, but there isn't really a filmmaking community here. There's not like an actor base, there's not very many. There are probably, within 100 miles, there's probably like one or two grips, or if they even want to call themselves grips, or gaffers, to say that, sound engineers. There's not really a film production sound engineer here within 100 miles. So what I've been looking at now is maybe entering in larger filmmaking communities, such as LA, New York, there's some in Boston, Austin, Texas. There's large filmmaking communities all over the states, and having access to those communities means also you have access to potential team members, potential co-directors, writers, sound engineers, cinematographers, people you would never come across in these small towns who no one sets out in these small towns to be a gaffer or to necessarily even be a cinematographer. That's why everyone says to go to LA, that's why everyone says to go to New York City, because the communities there are just thriving, and then everyone is working on a different project, and you meet acquaintances, you meet fellow co-workers on small projects. They bring you onto other projects, you bring them onto your projects. Some of you guys may hit it off, some of you guys may become like long-term partners where you're actually writing films together, producing films together, making sort of a film troupe. That can be pretty powerful. I have not been able to pull that off here in Harrisonburg very much. So I'm looking for larger opportunities elsewhere. I'm looking for places beyond Harrisonburg that can provide a sort of a prolific filmmaking community where I'm not the only one fishing in an empty pond, where there's multiple people. Each project is interchanging. Everyone in each film is kind of communicating with each other, going back and forth, collaborating on multiple projects together. I'm looking for that, and I'm looking for not just to where, I don't know what, I mean, I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. I mean, I do know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a thriving film community where I can get on larger projects, new projects, and also have people willingly and easily jump onto my projects. But those small towns aren't doing that for me yet, unfortunately. I mean, I love Harrisonburg. It's a great city, but in terms of a film industry, there isn't one. So when you're starting out, though, there are these sort of, how should I put it? When you're starting out, though, having a small town can actually be pretty advantageous because of how cheap everything is, how accessible certain buildings are. We've done location scouts, and plenty of the people who have offered their locations have often said, yeah, it's for free, just let us know when you're coming, feel free to come in and out and film. And if you go to a larger city, you need a permit, you need insurance, you need, pay the renters, almost pay like a day's worth of rent. I mean, there's different trade-offs with small and big towns. And I know this episode is rambling a little bit. I know I may sound like mushy on this, but like, if you've watched the video this far, like, just kind of bear with me. So that's just kind of like my just stream of consciousness, open analysis about why it's important to have a team. So, these whole small town problems, if you have a solid team with you, if you have a group of people who want to be filmmakers, it doesn't matter what city you live in. You have each other, and you're able to kind of work off each other. If it's a group of 4, a group of 5 of you, one's the actor, one's the director, one's the cameraman, one's the sound guy, then you're set. You can just make movies every weekend and just build and build and build, submit some to film festivals, and just keep churning. If you're sort of a solo guy, if you're a freelancer, then you need to find your way into a group. You need to find your way into some kind of community, and a larger city is going to offer that more and more because there are more people like yourself who are freelancers looking to join a larger team, and like with my personality type, I would be the one to start a group. I would be the one to start like, hey guys, we're all had the same idea. Let's work together. I would take on that role just by just naturally. I'm sort of a natural. Again, this video is not bragging, but I perceive myself as a natural leader. I take initiative on things. If I have an idea, I'm gonna do it, and I want people to join me. But there has to be sort of a baseline of people who are interested in even joining a project. Convincing someone outside of the film industry to sort of see your bigger picture, or see where this could take you. If they're not really into the filmmaking process or not really wanting to be a filmmaker, then they may have trouble, working on the project, putting their heart and soul into it, and then, then the results, wherever they may be, doesn't really matter, good or bad. So that's just my little analysis. That's just my rambling, maybe. This vlog isn't meant to offend anybody. This vlog isn't meant to bring down anybody, and this vlog is definitely not me bragging about myself. It's just sort of my stream of consciousness, how I feel about my situation, how I feel about changing my situation, and I want to be full disclosure with you guys where I'm coming from, because you guys are important to me, absolutely. Yeah, that's about it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you all for sticking with me on this journey. Thank you all for subscribing and saying that Valley Films is important enough for you to subscribe on YouTube. That means a lot to me. And my name is Jordan Anderson, and we'll see you next time in the Valley Films video blog.